Hey there, fanatics. This is Kibbles in Kana's Corner. I've taken over again, but we have a very special guest. Our guest is Robert Axelrod. Say hi.
How you doing?
I think everybody's doing fine out there. But
All right.
yeah, this is your second time being on the radio, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so we've interviewed you, oh, when was it? Back in March of last year?
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
been it's been almost a year, I think. I'm not actually sure. But the last time we saw you was around MetroCon. Do you know if you've done anything that might be of particular interest to us since then?
Oh, geez, yeah. I just finished a movie called Monday. Uh, that'll be out. I don't know when. Be out probably next year, and that's the main thing.
Oh, really?
And
Who
I've
do
done a
you play in
couple of
that?
small. Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. We were on a little bit
Just
of a
second.
time lag, so don't worry about interrupting
Oh,
me.
okay.
But
I've done a
so
couple of
so
small voiceover projects that aren't worth mentioning, and I have a lot of things coming up. A lot of irons in the fire
oh, really?
that
So
are too soon to talk about. A couple of feature films that I'm talking about. It seems that my on-camera career is blossoming right now,
well, that's good.
which is happens every so often. That my voiceover career will go down and my on-camera career will come up, and then it switches the other way. Comes in waves.
Right. So what's the character that you'll be playing in this movie coming up?
This character, this movie Monday.
Yes.
I play a homeless man who used to be a doctor named Mitch Katz. It's a very interesting role because he's still got the intelligence of a doctor, but he's got a bunch of failures on his plate that
Uh,
caused him to become a homeless man.
that sounds actually pretty interesting. You don't see too
Yeah,
many characters like that.
yeah.
Normally,
It's
a
got some
doctor
depth
is a
to it. Got
yeah.
some depth to it. So it was fun to do.
Yeah. So since you've been doing a lot of camera acting, which would you say is easier, on-camera acting or voice acting?
Oh, they're not easy. Neither of them are easier.
Oh,
They're both are pretty complex and both have their needs and wants. Uh, with voiceover acting, all you have is the words and your vocal instrument uh, to tell the story and paint the pictures. With on-camera acting, you have your entire body and uh, to go along with your voice, and so you got more working on camera. And of course, when you're on stage, you have even more physicality with
right.
stage acting. On camera, very often you're doing a close up just from the shoulders up, and you could be in your underwear, and nobody know the difference because they're doing a close up.
Well,
But
I would hope you don't do most of your roles in your underwear.
no,
Of
but
course, voice acting you probably could go in your underwear and
yeah,
get
in
that.
voice acting, you can go in the booth in your underwear. Sure, I've done that.
Have you?
No.
Well, between voice work and the on-camera acting and the stage work, even, which would you say you prefer the most?
Oh, I got asked that a couple of weeks ago in an interview, and I prefer what I'm doing at the moment.
Because it's the one that's paying you.
It's the one that's paying me, and it's the one that's and that's not materialistic, because money is a reflection of how much you're appreciated,
It is,
and
and it's also a
yeah,
reflection of how
it's a
able
it's
you are to live.
it's a gauge of how much you're appreciated, and uh, there's so many projects in LA that have deferred pay and uh, no pay, but you get coffee credit and meals. Uh,
Right, and those don't
I,
seem very
I can
appreciative.
afford to buy my meals. Don't give me meals. Give me money.
Yeah,
I'll buy my own meals. Thank you.
yeah.
Uh, but that seems to be the name of the game. Is the main thing is to keep working. Keep working at I like to keep working at my craft, and whether it's voiceover or on camera, it's all enriching. Or on
Yes.
stage. I haven't done stage work in quite a while because the time commitment is is prohibitive. I've been doing some conventions that take me out of town, and that's stage. You got to be on in town to do the performances.
Right.
So it's not fair to commit to something like that and be out of town half the time and have your understudy go up.
Yeah. That's well, it gives the understudy a chance, but you probably
Yeah,
be
right.
quickly kicked out of the troupe.
But the audience is paying to see you,
Yes.
paying to see me, and not my understudy.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Speaking of conventions, have you been to any recently that you want to give a little shout out to?
Sure. I'd like to give a shout out to MooCon. I spent New Year's Eve there. That was up in Portland. Uh, it was cold, but it was nice weather for us. It wasn't snowing, and that was fun. Uh, and then I was in Sewell, New Jersey for KatoriCon, which was a nice little convention. Uh, and it was cold there too. That was
I think it's been cold everywhere recently.
yeah. That was Sewell, New Jersey, is a town in West New Jersey. So we landed at the airport in Pennsylvania. What was it? I guess it was Philadelphia Airport, and
Right.
drove
So
about an hour to get to Sewell, New Jersey, and that was neat. That was in the middle of January, so I'll give a shout out to that.
hmm any other conventions?
And well, I'm going to be in Canada for two conventions coming up. My next two, uh, April. I'm looking at my cheat sheet. April 16th, 17th. I'm going to be in Sci-Fi on the Rock in Newfoundland.
Oh,
That should be fun. And then I'm booked into Anime North, which is a big convention in Toronto. That's as big as ASEN.
really?
Yeah, they
We
get
I
upwards of
think we were
15,000 fans.
yeah, I think we were
So I'm
thinking
really
about
looking
that
forward to
convention.
that.
Maybe we'll have some of our Canadian peoples go up there and say hi to you
Oh
while they're
yeah, that'd be
there.
great.
Maybe not. It all depends on whether the convention wants us up there or
Yeah.
not. But yeah, so I sat in on a panel during MetroCon, and you were talking about your ADR work, and that was actually
Yeah.
really interesting to me. Can you share some experiences or some stories about that?
About ADR work?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, ADR work is the bulk of the voiceover I've done. Uh, ADR, for those who don't know, stands for Automated Dialogue Replacement, which is a
hmm
fancy title for dubbing.
Right.
Dubbing English into foreign films and cartoons, which is mostly Japanese anime, which is Japanese language. So the difficulty with Japanese is that, and I was a writer as well. I've written over 150 anime scripts.
Yeah. Actually, you were talking about how you had been writing for Digimon.
Yeah, and the difference between writing a regular script and an anime script is that a regular script you can create whatever you want to really within the parameters of the storyline.
Right.
But in anime, in ADR, you've got to lip sync, got to sync up the words with the mouth movements.
Right.
And in
So you're
Japanese, the mouth movements are very stylized because most Japanese words end in a vowel sound, an open mouth vowel sound. And most English words end in a consonant closed mouth sound. So you've got to think of words ending in A, E, I, O, or U that uh, that you can end a sentence with.
right.
Uh,
So that sounds like it would
that's
be a
the
lot of
trick.
fun.
Yeah, and but I didn't start writing until I had been dubbing for let's see, about 5 years. So I had a good entree into writing. I knew my stuff, and then so it was a natural segue into writing because I've been doing the voices for 5 years.
Right.
And then
Well,
that now naturally evolved into directing because a lot of times it's very handy for the writer to direct his own material because the writer knows where the sink is, lip
right.
sync is.
So that actually would, yeah, that would play very well into that.
Yeah,
So have you had a lot? Have you done a lot of directing?
good amount, good amount. I directed a series of Mexican films that were dubbed into English. I had a package of 4 films, and I farmed out 3 to other writers, and I wrote the fourth one myself. Uh, the the film was called that I wrote was a great film called Pedro Navaja, which is uh, a loose translation is for Pedro Navaja is Mac the Knife.
Nice,
The
nice.
Brecht character, Mac the Knife, is in Mexico Pedro Navaja, and he's a slick character, hip, slick, and cool character that is on the cusp of the law, and his adventures in the city. So it was a real good down and dirty film
Nice.
that had scenes ripped off practically verbatim from The Godfather. There was one scene in it that was a rip off of the Godfather part one when Michael Corleone is talking with the with what's his name? I forgot the character's name. The
Oh,
guy who had the police captain protecting him.
yeah, I actually haven't
Saluzzo.
seen The Godfather. A little bit of a confessional
Michael's
time.
talking to the character Saluzzo in the restaurant with the police captain. And Michael's planning to kill them by going into the bathroom where there's a gun stashed in the toilet. And he comes out shooting. So there was the exact same scene in this Pedro Navaja. So
And so he just walks into the bathroom and
yeah,
comes
walked
out
into the
shooting.
bathroom, got his gun, and came out shooting. Uh, so the Mexicans like to borrow from famous films.
Well, you know what they say, good writers borrow, great writers steal.
Yeah, of course. You might as well steal from the best.
Yeah, if you're going to be doing it anyway, because
Yeah,
someone somewhere is going to know
right,
what you're up to.
right.
So we talked about the conventions you'd gone to, and
Yeah.
so what are some conventions you plan on going to this year? And are you trying to go to more conventions this year? Are you trying to go to less conventions?
Well, I try to get as many as I can handle without getting overexposed. Uh, I had a pretty busy year in 2009 and 2010, and now I'm kind of uh, holding back a little bit. I'll have a good year in 2011. Uh, uh, well, I've got Sci-Fi on the Rock and Anime North, as I mentioned.
Right.
Then I'm doing Anime Zing in Iowa, Bettendorf, Iowa. That's in the middle of June.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Glass City Con that used to be called had a mispronounceable name. Let me see
Well,
if I
and
have
and
that name.
any convention that uses a
Used to be
Japanese name
called
has a
Garasinoshi Con, and they changed it to Glass City Con, which I think is the translation for Garasinoshi, because it just seemed to work better. And that's
yeah,
in the
maybe.
second week in July, and then KanubiCon is in Hayward, California, August, beginning of August, which is a little con I do mainly because I can go see my sister who lives up there, and we get together every year. So I do that convention every year and get to see my sister. And then there's RamonCon in the middle of August in Indiana.
Really.
So that's what I got coming up, and a couple
So
more down the line. I've
so you
even got
definitely
a
have a
couple
few
booked for 2012.
already.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
I'm going that far ahead.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Keeping yourself on a good schedule.
Oh yeah.
So other than the live action work you've been doing, do you have any animated projects coming up? Do you know?
Nothing on my plate yet, but
Oh,
well, there is something that might be happening. I've been working a lot for William Winkler Productions, a very fine production company. Bill Winkler is a very multi-talented director, producer, and writer. And I did last year. I did four projects for him: Guy King, Captain Harlock, Fist of the North Star, and The Adventures of Nadja.
oh,
Uh,
really?
the Adventures of Nadja was a little children's show. It was really it was anime, but it was for very young kids. But Harlock was nice to do. It was the old footage. They wanted a new soundtrack, so we gave them a new soundtrack. And
Well, yeah, I'd heard they were releasing a few Harlock things,
yeah,
so that'll actually be interesting. I might have to look that up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I didn't really have the chance to check out Harlock back when it was originally airing because I think I was still in diapers then.
right. I just talked to Bill Winkler not too long ago, and uh, asked him what was going on with the projects, and he said they're editing them now to be high definition.
Oh,
So
that sounds like fun.
they're coming out in high definition, which would be great.
Do you know if they'll just be remastering them or just
Yeah,
upscaling them?
we I guess remastering them.
Well, that sounds like it'll be actually interesting to check
I
out
don't
then.
know. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
Right. Well, that's what they did with Star Wars supposedly, and I couldn't tell the
Oh,
difference. Except for all the extra CGI and whatnot. But other than
uh-huh.
that, no.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we are running out of time. So I just wanted to
Okay.
ask you if you have
Yeah.
any places we can stalk you. I know that you have an IMDb page, but do you
Yeah.
have a Twitter or maybe a Facebook or something where
Facebook.
our fans
Sure.
can?
Facebook.
All right, is that just look
Just
you up on Facebook?
look me up on Facebook. Yeah.
All right, we
I've got a
definitely will do that.
profile on. I've got a voice profile. Oh, that's just a voiceover sampler for casting directors, though.
Oh,
That's not anything
well,
big.
I'm sure we'd have some people interested in hearing your voice demo.
Yeah, just Google me and you get a whole bunch of stuff, old interviews and pictures and stuff. I'm all over the place.
Well, definitely.
Yeah,
It must be fun to be able to Google your own name and have some results come up.
yeah, it's kind of wonderful. I mean, the fans do it; they put it up, and I'm very grateful to them for tracking me and putting up these pictures that they take of me and with them and these videos that they shoot. Sometimes they'll shoot a whole panel that I'll do and put it up on YouTube.
Actually,
So I'm very grateful for that.
I think we have a few panels that we have actually yet to put up. That's probably going to fall on my shoulders, but we'll
Oh,
definitely post those up. We usually post them up for our fanatics, the people who
yeah,
have special privileges and whatnot on the site. But we might also post it up on the main site. You never know.
yeah. All right.
But before we let you go, there is one thing we always do with all of our guests, and it's have them
Sure,
do a radio bump live on air so that we can get any mess ups if you happen to do them. But would you be willing to do that for us?
sure.
All right. I think you did it last time, but we'll get another one. The bump is basically my name is insert Robert Axelrod.
Yeah.
I do like ADR voiceover and whatnot, and you're listening to 91.8 The Fan.
You're listening to 91.8 The Fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So whenever you're
Whenever
ready.
you're ready,
Mm-hmm.
just give me
Go
an
ahead.
action.
Action.
Hi, I'm Robert Axelrod. I do the voice of Lord Zed on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and about 1,000 other anime voices. You're listening to 91.8 The Fan. Don't
Good
click
job.
away.
Oh, I think we can cut my part out of there.
Huh?
I think I might have said something in the middle of that, but we can definitely
Oh, you
cut that
did?
out. But
Oh,
you
okay.
did wonderful
But that,
job and no mess ups.
oh, okay, yeah.
Well,
They
thank you
call me
very much.
one take Axelrod.
One take Axelrod. And that's a fun nickname.
Well, that's important in the booth. You know, they want it fast. They want it good, but they want it fast because
Yeah,
time is money in the studio.
exactly.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for coming on today, and it was a
Oh,
wonderful
well, thank
interview.
you for having me.
Well, no problem. Keep it tuned to 918 The Fan. We've got actually Elk's show coming up next,
Uh huh.
right afterwards. So keep it tuned to 918 The Fan. Everything you want and nothing you don't.